What is African Christian theology? If you're curious about how Christianity is understood and practiced in Africa, you're in the right place. Let's explore what African Christian theology is all about. African Christian theology is a unique blend of Christian doctrine and African culture. It's not just about adopting Western Christian teachings, but about making Christianity relevant and meaningful to African people. This theology emerged as a response to the need for a Christian faith that resonates with African heritage and identity. At its core, African Christian theology is the embodiment of biblical Christian doctrine within the African mindset and needs. Scholars like Charles Nyamiti and John Mbiti define it as a theological reflection and expression by African Christians, integrating Christian tradition with African reality and worldview. One key aspect of African Christian theology is its focus on culture. African culture is deeply religious, and Africans carry their religio-cultural background with them wherever they go. This theology aims to bring the Christian gospel and African religion together, making the Christian message significant to the African context. It involves adapting Christian teachings to fit African notions and ideas, ensuring that the Bible is contextualized to the unique needs of the African continent. There are several elements that make up African Christian theology. Written theology involves reflections centered on traditional African religious beliefs, practices, values, and morals. Oral theology includes the oral traditions passed down through generations, such as songs, sermons, and proverbs. Symbolic theology expresses African culture through arts and other symbolic forms. Liberation theology also plays a significant role. It focuses on the socio-economic and political needs of Africa, advocating for the rights of self-determination and self-definition for the deprived and oppressed. This aspect of African Christian theology encourages African churches to participate in addressing these challenges and seeking genuine liberty and emancipation. African Christian theology is also characterized by its use of African concepts to understand God. The supreme being in African traditional religion shares many attributes with the God of the Bible, such as being almighty, all-knowing, omnipresent, and eternal. However, there are differences, like the African view that sin is against the community rather than against God personally. In summary, African Christian theology is a vibrant and culturally relevant expression of Christianity that seeks to make the Christian faith meaningful and accessible to African people. It combines biblical teachings with African culture, heritage, and traditions, ensuring that the gospel resonates deeply within the African context.